Hey, everybody. Today we're talking about marketing your first course. Last podcast episode, we talked about the intro to course creation. So this is a follow-up from that. And we've made our first course, and now it's time to market it. Yay! So stick around. You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss-Ep.
All right, before we get started with marketing your first course, I need to give you a disclaimer that you need to make sure that you have an audience before you dive into course creation. Creating a course is a lot of fun. It's also a lot of work. And I know that for most of you, you want to create a course because you want to create passive income and you want to have something that's running in the background so you can make money while you sleep. And all of that sounds fine and dandy, except that no one's being truthful with you and giving you this disclaimer. If no one buys your course, that passive income that you're dreaming about isn't going to come your way. You have to have an audience. So while course creation is an awesome marketing technique and a lot of fun and a great way to engage with your audience and make money, it happens at a certain point in your business, and you have to already establish who you are in the industry and have an audience. Now, there's several different ways that you can do that, but just make sure you're not creating a course as the very first thing, hoping that the right people are going to show up and you're going to put all your energy and effort into it and market it, and it's going to be amazing, because that's not usually how it goes down. And I wanted to give you the realistic expectation that you need to have an audience first. So let's assume you have an audience, you've created your first course, and now it's time to market it. And let's break down what that means. So to market something basically means that you need to let people know that it exists. You need to tell them, and you need to tell them again, and you need to tell them in several different ways, and several different people absorb information in several different ways. So you need to tell everyone in all the different ways that they absorb information. So basically, marketing is just getting your stuff out there. Now, with online marketing for your service-based personal branded business, when it comes to marketing your first course, you need to have a sales page. A sales page is a website that describes everything you need to know or your buyer needs to know before they click that button to purchase your course. The most important thing you can have in a sales page is good copy. And the second most important thing you can have on a sales page are good images and or video. So, sales page, what does that mean? And good copy, what does that mean? A sales page is basically the only opportunity you have to sell your course to whoever is reading the page. Now, some people are going to like to read words. I know people who read every single word before they buy. Some people aren't going to read any of the words. They're going to scroll through as fast as they can from top to bottom or top to halfway through and make a decision. And there are going to be some people who are looking for videos because they don't want to read and they just want to click a button and listen to you speak. So it would be really wise to have all three of these options on your page so that no matter who lands on your page, you are speaking their language. Copy are the words on the page. And when you're trying to get someone to purchase something, the way you speak on the page, the way the words come off really matters. It needs to be persuasive and professional, and it needs to tap into their emotion. So if you are not a good copywriter, highly, I recommend you go find a good copywriter, because that truly is the make or break of your course. A lot of times people come to me with excellent courses and just say, hey, Meliss, I don't know how to sell this. It is not selling. I don't know what's wrong. And usually it's the marketing that's wrong and not the actual contents of the course. So having good copy is really, really key. Now, what goes into good copy? Well, number one, talk about their pain points. What is that person that this course is for? Who is it for? Talk about what they're going through now that this course will help them get rid of or change or increase or decrease whatever it is they're going through. So talk to them, talk about their pain points. And then talk about what they'll get out of it. What are the benefits of participating in your course? What will they learn when they're there? What is the result that they're going to get when they're done? Talk about all of that. It's time to get laser focused this year and fill your group programs and one-on-one calendar once and for all. My 90-day business accelerator helps coaches and healers fill their group programs so they can scale their business, freeing up their time and making them more money than they made in the previous quarter. Visit go.melissmarketing.com/MWI, which stands for Marketing with Intention. See you there. Now, you may have heard of the saying, facts tell and stories sell. So you really need to include some stories here. We don't want to have all of these statistics all over the page and this is why you need to buy. We need to connect with them on an emotional level. And the best way to do that is to be vulnerable through storytelling. So I want you to share your story with them. Now, this is not all about you. We know that we want people to feel like they're in the right place. And if you're talking about you the whole time, that's not really going to work. They have to imagine them. So we need to talk about them. But when it comes to storytelling, we do need to know why you're the one we need to listen to and why your course is great. And so while you're explaining that, incorporating some of your story is really going to drive the point home. So share your story. Let people know why you know this works. How has it helped you? Tell us about your journey. So while we're listening to your story or we're watching your video or reading it on the page, we can put ourselves in your shoes. We can see where you were back then, which is where we are now, and where you want us to go, which is where you are now. So you share that story so that we can connect with you and see the vision, that journey that you're going on. Now, you also want to describe the course, what comes in it, what's included, what does it do, all of those things. Describe what it is. If you had to describe your course to someone, that's what goes on the page. Also, you want to handle objections. So think about what are those main objections that your clients normally tell you when they're purchasing your service or your product. If they're going to buy this course, what are some things that may be a hesitation for them? Cover that in the copy, in the sales page. So while they're reading, they're getting their questions answered. So handle all the objections. Now, below that, you also want to include a guarantee. People want a guarantee. Are there no guarantees? Then say that. Is there a 30-day money-back guarantee? Then say that. Is there a lifetime guarantee? Then say that. But you just explain what your guarantee is. Of course, you want to include buttons, and you want to put them several times on the page, not just at the top, not just at the bottom, but sprinkle them throughout. You absolutely need social proof. What that includes are screenshots, testimonials that people have said amazing things about you and your work, and that really helps people want to click. If there is no social proof on your page, it is very unlikely that people will buy. And you also want to include that call to action. If you have buttons, that could be your call to action. Maybe your call to action is start your trial, or purchase here, or pick one of the 2 payment plans. Whatever that is, make sure you include that call to action. Now, that is the sales page, all of that, and that is really the most important part. And like I said, it might include a video, which means you will also need to record video. But we also need to have email sequences. This is also a form of marketing. So in your email sequences, you're going to have your pre-launch series. Now, your pre-launch series is helping people on your list get excited about what's coming. You're going to hint about your new course that's about to be here. You're drumming up that excitement. Everyone's ready. They're on the edge of their seats. And then you go into launch mode. And then you have email sequences during your launch mode. And these emails are to get people to check out your course and to keep going to that sales page, and you tell people why you created it, and you're just getting people excited and sending them to that sales page that you created. And then you need another email, which is your after purchase email. After they purchase your course, then of course you're going to have an email there for the delivery instructions. So there is a lot to think about, a whole lot to think about when it comes to marketing your first course. It is a lot of upfront work. That is basically how online marketing is. A lot of upfront work, a lot of creation, a lot of setting things up, some technology involved as well. And then it's hands off as long as it converts, as long as people are purchasing. If people don't purchase, there is more work. We go back to the drawing board. We always try to improve. We tweak things along the way as we go, and we never give up hope. We just be strategic and patient, and we use the data that we have to tell us the story of what needs to change, what's working and what's not. But let's say it converts, you have people purchasing your course, it truly is a hands-off thing at that point. So you don't have to go back and do anything as long as it is still working for you. But there is a lot of upfront work. So make sure you've grown your audience, whether it was organically or with Facebook ads, and now your audience is sitting around waiting for you to bring them something new. It'll be your course, and then you just need a sales page to sell it to them. I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Hey coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, feedback, and so much more. Join now at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. See you there.